Hi Libra, this is your May 2020 monthly forecast. So this is for Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising signs. I hope that you're enjoying your bi-weekly readings. This is going to be rather extended, an in-depth look at the entire month. So what does Libra need to know for May 2020? Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. May, Sun, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. Libra, Libra, Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. Alright folks, so let's get out your first layer of your Celtic cross. I'm going to qualify it with a little mini tarot. And I do want to apologize for getting these out much later than anticipated. I lost an entire week of life because we had this massive shooting a couple weeks ago where I live, and it just sort of kind of kicked everyone in the stomach. So I do regret not being able to get these out to you on time. I hope that you still enjoy them. Definitely looks like you're willing to move away from something that was troubling you or that you had really anticipated being over. It could have been a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, just wanting to see the end of something. Really nice end of the month for you guys. Yeah, so a lot of clarity, a sense of peace of mind seems to be available to you now, or at least that's what you had been looking for. Bottom of the deck energy is the Six of Swords. This is how I'm reading, bottom of the, just basically coloring what's going on here in the entire reading for you. So peace of mind was really, really important to you. It could have just been through a conversation or because of a conversation, or just setting yourself free from some negative thoughts here. Let's qualify this Celtic cross for Libra, May 2020. Qualify the Celtic cross for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. We do have 2 tens. It'll be interesting to see if we have any more. 2 tens, 2 kings. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Leo. You could be dealing with polar opposites right now. Warm and cold, up and down, night and day, just things that feel pretty polar. Or individuals who are complete opposites to one another. If this is a love reading for you, Libra, you could be dealing with 2 suitors, 2 entirely different suitors. If you're a woman and you're dating men, these could be total opposite types of men. If you're a man who dates men, this could just, same thing. Doesn't matter who's dating them. 2 very, very different people here. Could also be dealing with a Taurus individual as well. All right, so let's get into the second layer, and then we will go through each card in its position, or set of cards, I should say, in its position for you. A couple of pages now showing up. And there's another 10. So I don't, just technically speaking, I don't read reversals. All of my decks are upright. However, when a card does come out upside down, it is rather significant to me because of those 2 things. So 2 of Cups upside down. There could have been a breakup here. There could have been a breakup of a friendship. There could have been having to walk away from someone difficult. This could be part of your peace of mind here. So bottom of the deck energy in relation to the Six of Swords is the 2 of Cups upside down. I'm going to put it upright just because I think that it's significant that you want balance, you want a soulmate situation to work out. However, it did come out upside down, and in that regard, there is a little bit of a missed opportunity, missed meeting of the mind. You could just need to reassess a situation around a soulmate where communication is very significant. So let's get into the first set of cards. This is a situation for the month. 10 of Wands, as I mentioned, qualified by the Page of Swords. So this is a little bit of spy or needing information energy, not in the sense where I would say, you know, someone's spying on you necessarily, because I don't see the 7 of Swords here. Certainly if we're seeing the Page, the 7, and the 10 of we do have the 3, but if I were to see, say, in this reading, the 7 of Swords, I would say definitely there's a spy situation, but there could be just needing more information at this time, or just feeling overwhelmed by information, or overwhelmed by the necessity for new information, or just clarity, right? Because crossing that is a very argumentative 5 of Wands qualifying the King of Swords, right? And the King of Swords is very clinical. This person could be working for the law or medicine. This is our first Aquarian energy. This is the, you know, could be dealing with 11th house issues. This is, you know, peer groups, community. This is nonprofits, volunteering. And the 5s are always going to speak, no matter what the suit, the 5s are really speaking to a sense of conflict. Now, in this regard, this could be happening at work, and it could be with relation to working toward similar goals or outcomes, just differently. And needing to communicate that in a way that everyone feels valued and everyone's input is at least, you know, acknowledged. So there could just be a situation here where something feels, at least by the beginning of the month, something feels for you, Libra, as though there's just a little bit of conflict here. It's hard to get through to somebody. It's hard to have you feel acknowledged or welcome, or at least someone in your environment. And then because of the, you know, we do have a variety of swords here for you, swords energy here for you. This very likely has to do with communication or information, or communication regarding information, what information you're sharing, how it's being valued, how it's being put to use here. And like I said, this is 9 times out of 10 when we're seeing both Swords and Wands energy, we're looking at a work or an employment, or even just an enterprise, or there could be volunteer work here for you. In the foundation of the issue is the King of Wands here, qualified by the Page of Pentacles. So again, really generous energy here, seeing the both of them. Something might feel like it's moving a little bit slowly, however, but a small gift or a small token, or even some good news here with regard to finances, income, assets, personal, you know, health or development under the auspices of the King of Wands is very, very fortunate, right? This is a very fortunate energy. This is Leo ruled energy, or 5th house. This could have to do with a child. You could have a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus child in your life. If you have any Leo in your chart, Libra, this could be your child, or if you have a parent who is a Leo or an Aquarius, you could be the child in this situation. But nonetheless, a lot of love, a great deal of heart is felt between these individuals, or certainly this is propelling good news with regard to finance or health in a very positive direction. Certainly this person or this energy as sort of root or foundational energy for you can be considered propping this energy up, right? Supporting good news around money, finance, income, or like I said, health, or even a project. But really, really nice to see this at the foundation for you, right? So this could even be because you had to make some significant changes that are valuable to you that went against, say, your peer group. And I mean, this is normal, frankly, Libra, to personal growth, okay? You could just be outgrowing some peer groups or a soulmate situation at this time, or they've outgrown you. This is normal. This is absolutely normal and natural to personal development. So please understand that this is a very positive thing, that this agitation is taking place here. I'm recognizing that I'm seeing 3 kings as well. I want to note for you that I'm seeing the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and in addition to that, we're seeing the King of Pentacles. And I want to mention to you that this is significant because this indicates that you could be dealing with an individual or an enterprise this month in relation to high status or honors granted, okay? So those are some major themes around seeing 3 kings in your reading. So high honors or high status or honors granted could be for you or someone within your environment. Here we have in your recent past the Hierophant, 2 majors, right? The Hierophant qualified by the Empress. So you could be dealing with an individual who is Taurus or Venus related. You do share the planet Venus with Taurus, Libra. So you could really just be feeling yourself right now. You could be feeling extremely abundant within or relation to a very old or sort of ancient enterprise, right? So we're dealing with the Hierophant here. We're dealing with orthodoxy. We're dealing with churches, just establishment in general, whether this is banking, law, church, you know, any institutional environment that has an orthodoxy. And then this is sort of blooming within this orthodoxy, or finding ways to bring it to fruition, to give birth or a new project, right? Or to give some hope or heart to a new project or creation or artistic venture. As I said, we do see a great deal of personal development here as well, being supported rather in this direction. So yeah, your recent past is extremely fruitful and very much full of life. I did mention you could be dealing with a child. This could have to do with a child. Either you could, you know, we are in Sun in Taurus, so you could be giving birth. I'm just saying if you are pregnant and you were expecting a child, you could be having a little Taurus baby. Crowning you is the Queen of Cups here with the King of Pentacles. Just stunning energy. This is really extremely fruitful. And, you know, again, it's a general reading. So whether this is a career or a love or a health, spiritual, this could just be a reading for fun for you and you're just seeing sort of what's ahead. But, you know, we see the Queen here looking right at this very cozy, comfortable, slow moving but stable King of Pentacles here. Taurus energy. We're seeing some more Taurus energy, Cancer energy here. But whenever we're seeing these 2 elements together, you know, water and earth together, we're seeing a great deal of life. This is extremely positive with regard to growing really anything. This could be if you have invested in something here, even in opposition to what you were being told, or with what your peer group was doing, or even your partner was doing, you're definitely going to benefit from sort of taking your own, you know, driving in your own lane, being your own boss here. You really have benefited from that. Here in your near future, right? So by the end of the second week, we're looking at the 8 of Cups qualified by the Hermit. You really knew, or at least you're really understanding how valuable it was for you, at least for your emotional world, you know, for your mental and emotional health, to move on from something that just wasn't clicking with you. It felt like a battle. It was uphill. It was definitely not headed in there. And you might have been tricked. You might have been tricking someone else, whether that was conscious or subconscious. But nonetheless, moving in a direction that is emotionally healthy for you here. And, you know, you're looking within. You're trusting yourself, believing yourself, learning to understand yourself, knowing what it is and what you want and what it is you don't want is sometimes half the battle to health and happiness. In the position where how you see yourself, right? So we have the High Priestess qualified by the Lovers. So we have the some Moon energy qualified by Gemini. So your emotional world could feel a little bit in flux right now, or you could feel like there's a lot of opportunity available to you. You have there's a mystery here, so there's something to figure out. We are looking at something kind of unusual because I mentioned this was upside down. I don't read reversals technically, but I do honor that came out upside down. So you know, these are somewhat related. I know this is minor arcana, but we are dealing with a soulmate relationship here nonetheless. And then having the Lovers qualify the High Priestess. So making a decision around an element of mystery. You could be led or invited to develop or appreciate a decision or an option now through the unknown, through a mystery, right? Your intuition is pretty high here as well. So if there is a conflict of information, or if there are two parties, two individuals, two enterprises, jobs, whatever it is for you, I would trust your intuition at this time. It looks like you're going to make a very significant move in the right direction for you, because the way that other people are seeing you is extremely opulent, right? So the 10 of Pentacles qualified by the 4 of Pentacles. You do have some stability here. You are coming from a stable position. You're probably investing wisely here, at least by the 3rd week. I wouldn't say you have to cut someone else off at this time. If you can put off closing a door on something or cutting someone or something off, but keep an option open to yourself. You might even feel like you have to do something in secret or in private at this time. Certainly around income, assets, personal develop, a happy home, or even a sense of a legacy. What money you're putting away, for example. This could be savings and assets. But you are definitely cozy and comfortable. You could be in a position here, at least from the outside looking in, where you could be investing in something. Now this could be a new career, it could be a new path for yourself, and it could just be your home, how to make your home more opulent, or you know, help create a more opulent future for yourself. Not being afraid to invest in yourself. Here in your hopes and fears, yeah, we see this here, right? Taking a leap into the unknown. There's definitive mystery here. I think you recognize that you are going to have to leave something behind. You are going to have to say, you know, this was a major loss for me, but I'm willing to take that loss and tuck it away as a lesson learned and move confidently in a direction here with faith. Okay, so, you know, your spirit can be reignited here. You can take a leap in the right direction for you. You really are going to have to say goodbye to the past though, right? 10 of Swords qualifying the 9 of Pentacles is your advice. So in order for you to be happy, in order for you to walk away from something that was taxing, overbearing, something where you thought you could trust someone who was on your side in whatever environment, work, relationship, whatever, you recognize now very strongly, because of all these swords, right? We see them all over the place. All these swords means you just have to cut those losses and stop letting the past impact or steal from the present, because it could impact your sense of independent wealth. And the 10 of Swords is always a mental suck. You really have to put something to bed here mentally that is taxing or keeping you from a sense of moving forward physically even. But getting out of your head, I might suggest seeking mental health treatment at this time. Whenever I see a great deal of swords where there are some tricky cards around it, and I don't mean tricky 7 of Swords, I mean unknowns, right? I mean this guy coming in upside down, High Priestess down here, 3 of Swords over the Fool. So once we're seeing that, we're seeing you know what to do. You're moving in a direction that's good for you, but this 3 and this 10 of Swords is like, it's an attachment to the past at this point, right? So cutting your losses is a really major theme for the month of May for you, Libra, in order to set yourself free and to find some peace of mind. You could be helped here by a Virgo. A Virgo could be helpful to you, or certainly going within. I wouldn't spend any time punishing yourself here. There is an appearance where the Hermit qualifying the 8 of Cups is a sense of kind of feeling sorry for yourself. You're going to self-flagellate now. I just don't see the point in doing that. If you have to blame somebody, then I'm going to suggest that you talk to somebody, because blame is not helpful either. If you can switch blame with responsibility, you'll be able to get over a difficult situation far faster and far more, I would say, fairly, lovingly, quickly. So switch blame with responsibility. Because 10 to 1 and Libra, you're going to be really hard on yourself here as well. So try not to do that either. There's just no point. Overall, it doesn't look like a really difficult month for you. But it does look like you clearly have to move on from something. Really have to move away from something. That could have felt like a soulmate situation. Here's what it looks like, right? Mentally moving away from something that for whatever reason, whoever's responsible, if there's two parties, both people are responsible. You just say, well, it didn't work out, right? Can't beat them or yourself up eternally for it. And for peace of mind, it's just not going to help. Forgiving and moving on. Miracles is a major part of this. I do see this both with the High Priestess and the Fool coming out for you. These are extremely beautiful energies in terms of setting yourself free from something that was mentally and emotionally taxing. We have such gorgeous energy, but at your foundation and your recent past here, really life-giving, abundant energy in both your recent past and what is crowning you. You just have too much positive stuff going on, Libra. It's, you know, what are you paying attention to, right? What are you giving your energy to? Because lots of terrible things happen, but lots of wonderful things happen. And if your attention is going on these terrible things, or a sense of loss, then it's really hard to appreciate what's right. So, you know, use your mind for your own benefit. Introspection here with Bear. I think it is going to take a sense of introspection to go within and find peace of mind, to forgive yourself for something that didn't work out. Perhaps you trusted someone, or perhaps they trusted you. You know what? Life happens. Now you know. Mending is really important here as well. I'm going to suggest strongly that it's you mending yourself. I would really set someone else free at this point if you are arguing, and even however badly you want somebody back into your life. I really don't care in what environment, work, romance, whatever it is. I would say let them go. Let it go. Let them go. Let something go, and move on. Whether it comes back is a non-issue at this point. The setting free is more important. Set something free. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. Whether that's an idea, a thought, a project, a work situation, a person, a group, whatever it was, right? So free yourself. One of my favorite cards out of this deck. It is time to take back control of your life. Here's where I see it extremely significantly here. Perhaps you would just put too much trust into someone else who didn't have your back. Life happens, Libra. You know what? Just like I said, if you are struggling, reach out to a professional. Really get to the root of what it is. It's probably from your childhood. A lot of us who experience loss, there is a subconscious childhood issue there. That we have to come to terms with. It could take some time. Why don't you spend that time? Why don't you spend that time on yourself and get to the root of it so you don't experience again, or you don't have to go through something difficult again and make decisions around something that you just can't see through, or that you're going to have to use your intuition on, but you wish you had more information about. So maybe talking to a professional could be very helpful at this time. Writing things down could be very helpful. But certainly taking care of yourself, your body, your finances, and your own, you know, how your emotional and your financial world, that really needs to be a top priority right now in terms of, you know, external to you, and then taking care of your emotional world. But freeing yourself, I hope you know that he's all chained up and they're shooting at him while he's chained up in this little pen. And they've chained him up because he's so beautiful and he's so rare. Just like all the unicorns, right? So take control of your own life, guys. You can do it. I know that you're partner motivated, but there are lots of different people in your future who are better suited for you and your vision. So I hope that was helpful, Libra. Take good care, everybody. See you in the next video. Bye for now.